travelled Tuscany to road test this icon of the 1950s and 60s.
If you haven't driven one before, I would recommend you start with an easygoing, which is the Giulia GTC. There's just two things, which is the brakes. Okay. They aren't as strong as the modern brakes, and the gearbox to be treated very gently, the stick shift.
I drive automatic at home.
Do you?
I
really?
do, I'm sorry.
Press the clutch.
Okay.
Then you go, in order to go into first gear, you put second gear in first.
Okay.
Exactly. You use second gear as a channel to go into first gear. That's
okay.
with all 1950s Alfa Romeo gearboxes. And reverse gear is just putting it down there and bringing it back right. Exactly.
Let's hope I don't have to do any reversing.
Alfa Romeo was born in 1910. Despite its turbulent history, the company has produced some of the most beautifully designed cars in the world. When this car was launched in the 1960s, it was a period of great optimism in Italy. The country had recently hosted the Olympic Games and it was in the middle of an economic boom. Alfa Romeo sold 1 million Giulias, but this particular model was very rare. Only 1,000 of them were ever built.
Am I supposed to be enjoying this? Because I haven't got that far yet, I'm afraid.
Oh, it will take you at most half an hour from here, and then you'll love it.
Am I driving an expensive car?
Well, this would be like a $65,000 car.
Really?
Yeah, it is. And they're getting higher and prices are increasing steadily.
Just what is it about these collectibles that makes them so popular?
I'm not saying that Alfa Romeo was the best car in the world in the 1960s, because that is a very big claim. But talking about performance, I believe that yes, no doubt it was, because I do not think anybody else had the same powerful 1.3-litre engine and better designed cars.
This looks amazing. Where are we?
This is Lucignano.
Lucignano, okay.
Medieval town, still preserved. Inga, you've done pretty well. You're an accomplished driver by now, and I think I'm confident you'll be enjoying this car, which actually is my favorite, the Alfa Grand Sport 4 Ruote Zagato.
While this vintage car was made at the same time as the Giulia, it's in fact an Alfa Romeo's replica of a 1930s model. Driving this car takes you back to an era when Italy was ruled by Il Duce, who had just recently rescued Alfa Romeo from bankruptcy. It was a period when the company was winning some of the most prestigious motor races in the world.
I do not feel confident at all driving this car. It feels incredibly heavy and the brakes are not braking. I'm still in the first gear. Maybe I'll be brave enough to go into the second gear. Let's give it a go.
The absence of modern technology, such as power steering, makes me appreciate how hard it must have been to race these cars competitively over distances of 1,000 miles.
Do you trust me?
Over the keys to the Dolce Vita icon, Giulietta Spider 1957. Over to you.
Just after Alfa Romeo won the first ever Formula One championship, the Giulietta series was born. It epitomized La Dolce Vita, a time when anything designed in Italy reeked of cool elegance and modernity.
This feels very different to the car before. I feel much more comfortable in this one.
Time to say goodbye.
Driving on Tuscan roads in cars like this is undoubtedly an unforgettable experience, but it might not be accessible to everyone. A tour like this would set you back just under $3,000. If you compare that with the price of owning a car like this, it goes without saying that it's still a cheap day out.